All right, another edition of Rock the Talk. And with me, I have someone really special today, right here on indigomusic.com. Now, he breeds cars and bikes, and he is editor in chief for Car and Bike. And he is none other than Siddharth Vinayak Patankar. Absolute pleasure having you with us right here on indigomusic.com.
I am very happy to be here. Thank you so much, Rohit.
Now, Siddharth, it has been a fabulous journey for you. Now, my first question to you is your first review. Do you remember it? And was it a bike or a car? And what did you write about it?
Oh, I remember it very well. I have to still pinch myself every day, Rohit, just to believe that this journey has really happened. Right. And on the other hand, it feels like yesterday, as the cliche goes. So I do remember it was the previous generation of the Hyundai Elantra. The car hadn't yet launched in India. And I was literally absolutely nobody on the automobile scene. So it was a miracle that the company agreed to give me that car before it was launched. Nobody else had seen it. So yeah, we had two versions of the car. We shot it at the track in Chennai in the searing heat. I do remember very well. And it was, one of those cars which was opening up a segment at the time, which didn't really exist beyond the Toyota Corolla. So yeah, it was an important product. I do remember everything I said about it too.
I think the first thing that you do and in something that you're good at, I think everybody remembers what they have written or what they have said. I think that's fantastic. Hyundai Elantra, that's good to know. Now, Car and Bike has completed 18 years. Now, talk to me about the journey. Was it like off-roading or was it a smooth drive on a highway?
It was everything. It was that and more. I mean, all sorts of things that you can't imagine, that you can imagine. Huge challenges, because I started off as, this show started literally as an experiment. I don't think anybody at even NDTV at the time really thought that this was going to last. I was told, do one season, get it out of your system, because I used to be pestering everybody about doing an automobile show. Right. So that's how it started. When the network began, about a few months into the NDTV network having gotten off the ground, is when I got the green light. I thought it'll last for a year, but luckily we've done 900 episodes recently. Yeah. And so, it's got lots of challenges along the way, but the great thing is that we also got to learn a lot. We got to interact with some fabulous people, and the audience. The audience has been so brilliant, so gratifying, and so full of feedback and appreciation, brickbats, you name it. That's, I think, helped us keep going and try and get better every day.
Right. Now, Siddharth, I'm going to put you on a spot. A car or a bike that you didn't want to review, but you were forced to.
That'll get me into trouble if I name a brand. But what I will tell you is that there have been times where something about products before they are launched, right? A little bit about the background, considering we are plugged into the industry. We understand a little bit more about the research or the development of a product before it actually comes to fruition. And there have been times where we've seen certain manufacturers cut huge corners for the Indian market, given the lack of regulations, given the kind of price points they have to operate at. So understanding those constraints, and yet seeing that some manufacturers will still give you better products and others do not, then yes, it's a bit cringeworthy. But what I will be very happy to tell you is that I did call that out in the review. I don't want to name the brand in both cases. Okay. But yes, there's a very specific example I have in both the bike and car space that I can think of right away.
Right. Now, since I think you would have driven more than thousands of cars and bikes. Now, is there a dream car that, you have in mind that you one day dream of owning?
That dream keeps changing.
Yeah,
it changes probably on a daily basis, if not a weekly basis. Yeah, I mean, there's lots of different machines that really fascinate. And there are lots of things that about those vehicles that obviously get my attention and, make me also crave for them. So I think right now I'm really sort of looking forward to a very exceedingly sporty electric car. There are some already that have come to market globally. Yeah. So something like an Audi RS e-tron GT, which is a good blend of very sporty and yet kind of practical. I know I say practical, and I'm talking about a car that costs a lot here in India. Yeah. But having said that, when you say dream, that's the kind of car that comes to mind. On the bike side, it's something a little more classical, something a little bit more mechanical. So,
like a lot of Harley Davidson.
Modern classics. Yeah, a lot of the modern classics really do appeal. Yeah. I really like a lot of the work that's being done in that space right now. But yeah, maybe one of the Triumphs or even some of the classics that are coming from the likes of BMW these days.
Yeah. And now, EV, let's talk about electric vehicles. Do you think EV is the future? What is your opinion about it?
In many ways, Rohit, I have to say it's the present. It's not
Right.
just the future. And unless we start thinking of it that way,
Yeah.
the change won't happen, because this is a change that's happening. I mean, we
Yeah.
all have to accept it, embrace it.
Yeah.
Does it mean that there's going to be a dramatic change overnight and everybody starts driving EVs? No. And which is why I think it's also important to keep in mind that, there's going to be a foreseeable future where we'll have a blend of ICE, that's the internal combustion engine vehicles, as well as electric vehicles,
Yeah.
and then make sure that we push manufacturers to give us the best of both those worlds, whether it is in terms of regulations, safety, emissions when it comes to the ICE vehicles, and certainly, of course, safety and regulations when it comes to the electrics as well.
Yeah.
They will coexist for a while, and I feel like from a technology or a development point of view, the industry has the wherewithal to give us some really fantastic products.
Yeah.
So yeah, bring it on. I can't wait.
Do you think that will be a feasible option when it comes to a compact car? For example, let's take a Swift, which is a family car. A lot of people buy Swift because it's a good family car. Do you think will it be feasible to actually add an electric motor and an IC engine?
So we already have that example, right? In Japan, you have a Swift hybrid that's already on sale for the last 4 years now. We keep waiting for those cars to come to India. In fact, there's a lot that's been talked about it. I've been lucky to drive that car a few years ago, and it is a very effective, a very practical, and also a very real world kind of example of what we should be getting. Now, there have been a lot of electric hybrid tests being run on Wagonars, etc., from Suzuki. We know that Suzuki and Toyota have a tie-up, and so there will be some joint development of products there. So I feel like there is a lot that's available. Maybe we do need a little bit more incentivizing when it comes to government policy towards these vehicles so that they become a little more affordable. But the industry is ready. I think they need a little push, maybe from the consumer, if not from the government.
Yeah. Now, a big question to you, Siddharth. Since you're surrounded by car, I think almost 24 hours a day. A lot of people look for more features in a car in India, especially than safety. Now, what would you like to tell these intelligent people?
Yes, that's my favorite topic, and so I'm very happy that you've gone there. Firstly, I have to say that the things have changed. I mean, now safety is finally in a top 5, if not a top 3 consideration, depending on which market in India you're talking about, which city, which region. But just 5 years ago, it wasn't even a top 10 item. So it is good to see where we are. Regulations have finally caught up to at least the modern times. They're still not where they should be, but at least we don't have 1962 regulations like we used to have just 5 years ago. So those are good topics, right? The other thing is I've done a lot of work with Global NCAP. We've talked about crash testing Indian-made cars. That's brought a lot of awareness. Having said that, you're right. Features will always still score, especially there are a lot of manufacturers who are really enticing people by really loading their cars, even the mass brand cars, with a whole lot of very exciting tech or gadget or comfort features.
Yeah.
Now, to those people, I only say this, that just push your manufacturer to also give you optional safety at least. You don't have to buy the absolute top end version, which comes with 6 airbags, but it also comes with a panoramic sunroof. Maybe you don't want to buy that version, but you should still have the chance to buy the version with 6 airbags, even if it's a mid or a lower entry version. That's where the change needs to happen. And for that, yes, some of our policies need to change. The laws need to become stricter. Finally, last year, we got a big win by making not just a driver's side, but also a dual airbag standard in cars. On bikes, there's ABS that's now become standard, but still a long way to go. So while those regulations firm up and we start to get things like automated emergency braking, that's going to become standard at some point. Electronic stability control, going to become standard. But right now, the consumer has that choice. They can choose to spend their money more wisely. And more people are getting out on highways. Overall speeds are going up as an average across the country. This is the time to really consider, what you're buying, how much you're spending on it, and what it will mean to you in terms of real usage. Because let's pray you never have an accident, but you always have to plan for that eventuality.
Right. Absolutely. Better safe than sorry. Well said. Now, let me go on a lighter side for now. The best 3 songs you like to listen to when you are on a drive.
Oh, there's lots and lots of songs. By the way, that's something I must let you in on. I have to have music playing when I'm driving. I love it. So right now, I will tell you that there are a few new songs that I have picked up on my recent trip because one of the good things of driving in the US is that you also have access to Sirius XM, right? Which is the satellite radio. So you can really browse through a lot of music.
Yeah.
There's a new song that's been stuck in my mind for a while. It's Better Today.
Okay.
So Better Days, sorry.
Better Days.
And then I really like what Taylor Swift has done recently with her,
re-recording of her album. Yes. Yeah.
So I think the new Red album just came out,
Yeah.
and so do like some of those songs. I am a country music fan. I do like a lot of rock and pop as well. So yeah, the third song would probably be something from either Jason Aldean or Blake Shelton.
Right. Wow. Fantastic. Now, do you follow Formula One, Siddharth? If you say no, I'll be really shocked.
I think it's kind of goes with the territory, so to
Yeah.
speak. I'll be honest to admit that there were some years in between where we all sort of lost a little bit of interest.
Yeah.
I'm a massive, massive Schumacher fan.
Right.
I'll even say that, while I always had a love for cars and bikes, I wasn't so much into Formula One till the Schumacher era. For
Yeah.
me, it was he who really drove me into this, very exciting world of Formula One.
Yeah.
I'm very, very hopeful that he gets better and he's back on his feet soon. But the one high point for me was the fact that I got to interview him.
Wow.
So yeah, I do miss not having people like him around. But today, what you're seeing, that's happening with Verstappen and Hamilton, kind of reviving some excitement in the sport. So yeah, I love what's happening this season.
Who do you think is going to win, and who are you vouching for?
Look, I love the story of Lewis Hamilton, just what he's been able to achieve, the fact that he's breaking records, and it would be just amazing for him to have yet another championship title, I think. Yeah. But having said that, a new champion is also always exciting. So I'm not trying to be diplomatic, but I think, heart says Verstappen and mind says Hamilton.
Yeah, absolutely. Siddharth, now have you driven a Formula One car? My question to you.
No, that's one thing. And something, it's something that's kind of like a thorn in my side, because there have been three, not one, not two, but three instances where I was, invited or I had the opportunity. And for a variety of reasons, all three could not work out, So it's something that still remains like a unrequited wish of mine.
Well, let's hope that soon you will be able to drive a Formula One car and have that experience. Now, here's something that I'm going to do right now. I have gone on Google and I have taken a screenshot of what people search about you. So I'm going to share the screen with you, and let's see if you can answer those questions. There you go. So, first question, Siddharth. Yeah. Siddharth Vinayak Patankar's own car. Which car do you drive? I think that's the question that they're asking.
I do get that question a lot. And again, I'll tell you that the answer I give people is the diplomatic one, because I don't want to sort of be seen as aligned to any one manufacturer.
Right.
But the absolute truth is that because there was a time, of course, when I had the car and, it would just never get used. It would just lie there in the corner because I would always be driving something else. So given my status, the fact that I'm always testing something either for the show or for a story, or sometimes even just to give advice or feedback to a manufacturer, no, I don't own a car.
Right. Wow. Now, Siddharth Vinayak Patankar's age?
I'm 44.
Okay. I mean, I think that's something only women may be a little skeptical about answering. Now, next one. I think Siddharth Vinayak Patankar, car and bike. I think they are asking, what does car and bike mean to you?
So, it started, of course, as an individual passion. Yeah. I really did not ever think that the thing would, just this one show would grow into this huge brand. Very proud, of course, of where we are today. And we have a great team. I have wonderful colleagues that I work with. Today, we are more of a digital brand than really just the TV show.
Right.
I love that our roots are still there. I think a lot of the NDTV values are also what define us. But yes, we've gone on to much bigger things, and it's exciting. It's also the right time, I think, to be in a place like this, because really, if you look at the history of the automobile industry, there was the time when you had the first automobile, and today you are sitting at almost a similar sort of a point of the industry's overall journey, where you call it an inflection point or just call it a turning point, but there is a revolution coming. So it's a great time to be alive. It's a great time to be entrenched into all of this. That's what car and bike means to me. I think for me, it's just synonymous with not just my passion, but so many other people's passion, which we have in common and that I can share with them. And I love being able to, really interact with people based on just these three words.
Yeah. Now, next question, your favorite car? Again, you're going to give me a diplomatic answer. I know that. I know that.
Okay. I won't give you a diplomatic answer. The thing is, there's more than one, right?
Right.
So one of the cars which is very special to me is the Ferrari F430.
Wow. Okay.
Many generations ago, it was
Yeah.
still at a time when Ferrari was going very big on tech, but still was very mechanical in its approach to the car building.
Yeah.
So that car will always be special to me because it's also the first car I got to review.
Wow.
So that's one definite favorite car.
Yeah. And your favorite bike? The final question.
Favorite bike, again, there's many, but I really like some of the development that's happening here in India, because I think we really know how to push on value as well as offering now a lot of good technology. So
Yeah.
my current favorite bike is the new Royal Enfield Classic 350,
The newer model, the 2021 model.
the new generation that
Yes,
just
the
came
new
out. Yes.
generation. Well, that is what people Google about you. Now, since you review cars, I have pictures about 8 or 10 vehicles, not just cars and bikes. You have to name that car and review that car in one word, in just one word.
Okay, this is
Okay.
tough.
So here we go. The first car.
Okay, we were just talking about this brand.
Yeah.
Now, this is a car that actually I'm very keen to drive because I
Right.
did attend its digital premiere. Everything now is online.
Yeah.
One word, uh, super fast.
Super fast. Awesome. Next car.
Magnificent.
Wow. The Rolls-Royce Phantom. It is magnificent. The new kid on the block. I mean, in terms
Can
of
I use two
SUV.
words? Can I use two words?
Yeah, you can use 2 words. Yeah.
Or 3 words?
Yeah, you can
Sorry,
go for
I'm
it.
asking. Yeah, I want one.
All right, the next car.
That's just lovely.
This is something that you have been driving around recently. How was this particular experience?
Surprising in a good way.
Yeah,
That's
the
the one word.
Mustang Mach E.
Yeah, I mean, does it live up to being a Mustang is a debate that will go on till kingdom come. But
Yeah.
as a product, I think what Ford has done with it is very impressive, especially given the price point it operates at.
Right. Wow. Now, the next one. The new kid on the block again.
Exciting, actually.
Exciting. Well, the next one.
Gorgeous.
Now we go to bike.
Ah, nice.
So nice is the word.
What's the one word? There's too many words coming. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Powerful.
Powerful. Okay, the next one. I ride this particular one daily to work and back home. So please don't hurt my feelings by saying anything bad about it. So here we go.
Oh, I think you're very lucky, by the way. This is exhilarating.
Wow. Thank you so much. The next one.
Did very well at our awards this year as well, that particular product.
Yeah, this one. The next.
Promising.
And the final one. The brand new 2021. Please don't say legendary. You can use any other word apart from legendary.
Did I already use exhilarating?
Yes, that's for my Aether.
Right.
My Aether took away exhilarating.
Oh, I took away that so
Yeah.
recently.
Yeah.
Okay. Spine tingling.
Wow. Well, that's 2 words, but I'll give it to you. Absolute fun, Siddharth. Once again, having this chat with you. 18 years and more to come for car and bike. Your videos are fantastic. Your reviews are on spot, and it just gives us everything that we need to know about a car and a bike. So once again, thank you so much, Siddharth, and have a great day ahead and have a wonderful future ahead.
Thank you so much as well for the time, the opportunity, and to you as well as all your listeners. Let's look forward to a great new year, and let's put this pandemic behind us.